Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me DNA bombs. That was the create class we're going to be using throughout the entirety of this gameplay. If you guys have to go back and of course pause to get a better look at it, you guys go ahead and do that, but we'll be talking about the create class here throughout this video. So what we got going on here is a game of domination here on the map Riot, running around with the Ameli, and not just any Ameli, we're actually using the Subverter version of the Ameli. But before we start talking about the Subverter variation, we're going to be talking about the fact that this was sent in by a guy that goes by the name of Ghost Ninja, and he's got a very, very good gameplay here for you guys. So thank you to Mr. Ghost Ninja for sending in this gameplay. So what is the Subverter variant of the Ameli? You guys may be asking. So I talked about this variant actually on my channel before, because I got this on my account that I play games early with. Like I have a second account that I use when I get like Call of Duty early and stuff like that, because in case it gets banned or whatever ends up happening, I don't want it to happen to my main account, right? So I play on a second account, and on that account I got the Subverter variation of the Ameli, and I made a video actually talking about it because this variation is ridiculously good. So it's a professional variant. It's not even an elite, it's a professional. And what it does is it gives the Ameli +2 to damage, but -2 to magazine size. So what this effectively does is it makes the damage on this gun ridiculous. And you think, and keep in mind, this is a light machine gun. Light machine guns are known for heavy damage, long range, big magazine size, right? That's basically what light machine guns are. That and coupled in with the fact they usually have pretty subpar movement. But basically, light machine guns are known for just hitting like trucks at a distance, and what this does is it makes it hit even harder. It's ridiculous. And then you also couple in the fact that the Ameli has the greatest fire rate of all the heavy weapons, I'm pretty sure. It just makes the gun crazy. We actually get 2 knife kills right there, and we're going to talk about that here in a moment, because it's ridiculous how many melee kills he gets throughout this. So you couple in all these things into the Subverter variant of the Ameli, and you have yourself a god tier light machine gun. That's really what you end up getting. You have a 50-round magazine. That's really what kind of compensates for that, and you'll be seeing throughout the gameplay where he finds himself in a lot of situations where he just doesn't have the time to reload, or he has to reload, he has to stop what he's doing to like go find a nice hiding spot to be able to do so, because it takes a long time to reload. That is the yin to the yang, I suppose, with the Ameli Subverter, is that the 50-round magazine size coupled in with this crazy fire rate really does make the weapon hard to use sometimes, but it does end up working out pretty well for him throughout the entirety of the gameplay. Although there is a lot of instances in this gameplay where he's like, I don't have time to reload, I'm gonna go melee. So he just goes up and knifes people, or he goes up and punches them. It's definitely kind of enjoyable to watch that. Let's talk about this, because you'll be noticing throughout the gameplay he's playing with his light machine gun pretty unorthodoxly. Is that even a word? Unorthodoxly? Did I just make something up right there? I may have. But he's not using this weapon like most people would use light machine guns. You think of your traditional way to use light machine gun, you kind of sit back, maybe get yourself a little bit of cover, ping people off at a distance. That's really where light machine guns shine. What he's doing throughout the gameplay is he's basically running around this thing as if it were a submachine gun. He's constantly in like bad breath distance with the opposing team. So let's talk about the create class and what he's using to actually make this somewhat viable. So he's using a suppressor on his light machine gun, which is something you can use it, you cannot. For me, it's like I don't really see the point. But he's using a suppressor on his Ameli. He's also using quick draw grip, which is very essential when you're using a light machine gun, especially when using it the way he's using it, because the ADS time of light machine guns is usually pretty atrocious, as well as he's using rapid fire. That's right, he is using rapid fire. That is why he's able to be so effective with his light machine gun close range. Not only is it the Ameli, which has a crazy fire rate, but he's also using rapid fire on it. And that guy walked right in front of him and didn't even see him. But he's using rapid fire on it as well, which is just nuts. It makes no sense. He's using low profile and lightweight as his perk 1, which lightweight is definitely essential if you're using a light machine gun, because you move very slow. You're going to need to be able to speed yourself up a little bit by using lightweight. So definitely check that out. He's got peripherals, which is a great perk. You guys are the ones that convinced me to try out peripherals, and I end up really enjoying it as a result. As well as we've got toughness and scavenger as our perk 3. So that's basically the create class. Not really too many tricky things aside from the weapon. The weapon's very tricky, but in terms of the perks, they're pretty standard perks. Basically, everybody always uses lightweight. Everybody always uses low profile. They use toughness, scavenger, or blast suppressor. We get the DNA bomb right there. Basically, everyone uses the same perks here in this game, because a lot of the perks really just aren't as good as some of the other ones. But either way, that was just a ridiculously good DNA bomb. I thought it was really cool to watch, because you guys know when you're playing Domination on Riot, the traditional way to do things is to get people on the A flag, because they spawn at the bottom of this incline. It's really hard, really annoying to try and break out of that spawn trap. Well, he had the opposing team over at the C flag throughout the entirety of the gameplay, and so because of that, he basically had to use this light machine gun as if it were a submachine gun. Whereas if they were trapped at A and he had a light machine gun, that would have been GG, man. There was nothing they could do to get out of that trap if he's holding them down with the Ameli, especially the Subverter variation. But either way, man, that is the end of the gameplay here. I thought it was a pretty nice overall gameplay. A pretty close game, too. 147 to 124. 4, which says it was a pretty close game of domination. It was pretty intense, but we're all about the actual DNA Bomb gameplay here on DNA Saturday. We're not watching the entire gameplay, we're just watching the DNA Bomb part. If you guys want to check out the full gameplay, of course, you can find it over on the player's channel most of the time. But the final score there of 67-5, running around with that Ameli, man. Crazy score, crazy score. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of DNA Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. Once again, thank you to Mr. Ghost Ninja for sending in that gameplay. It was definitely awesome. If you guys like to go ahead and submit your guys' DNA bombs for next week's episode of DNA Saturday, watch the video that's on your screen right now. There's an annotation on your screen that you guys can click, as well as there is a link down in the video description that will take you over to that video. The video is very helpful, man. It tells you everything you need to know about DNA Saturday, how to submit your videos, rules you need to follow, special things I'm looking for, everything you need to know. Go ahead and watch that video. You will need to watch that video if you want to submit your stuff for DNA Saturday. If you guys like to go ahead and check out Mr. Ghost Ninja, there's a link to his channel on your screen with the annotation, as well as there is a link to his channel down in the video description if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. He's got a pretty interesting channel, so he actually uploads a lot, and I definitely love that. I've said many times, man, if you want to grow on YouTube, you have to actually make videos, and a lot of people don't actually end up making a ton of videos, but he does. He has been making a lot of videos over the, I think, 10 months he's been on YouTube. He's been posting quite a lot over the past 10 months. I definitely like that. He's done a lot of Call of Duty stuff. He's primarily a Call of Duty channel. He's done everything from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 2 to Call of Duty Ghosts, and of course with Advanced Warfare being out, he's making Advanced Warfare videos. The kind of videos he makes is basically guides, like different crate class guides or guides to different guns and stuff like that, as well as he does your more traditional gameplay commentary, talking about a different topic, talking about news and things like that. So he's got a pretty nice little channel there. He also has a good amount of DNA bombs on his channel, but by no means is he one of those channels that is really defined by the DNA bombs. Like you see some people, a lot, especially here on this show on DNA Saturday, where a lot of people that are featured, they're like, yeah, so their channel is basically all DNA bombs. That's basically what they do. And so a lot of channels are like that, but his channel is not necessarily defined by DNA bombs like some other channels may be. He has a lot of stuff, but he also has DNA bombs included. So that's definitely a nice little channel. If you guys want to go ahead and check him out, once again, there is an annotation on your screen, as well as a link in the video description. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of DNA Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.